Hey, welcome to the channel. Again, thank you so much for watching these videos. And the feedback is amazing. I really appreciate the feedback. It inspired me to keep going, because after you look at my channel, you'll see that I was going for it. Then I stopped going for it. But I'm back. I want to say thank you again for all the new subscribers. Please like and subscribe. And I do appreciate the comments. I won't always have the same subject. Right now, the thing that's on my mind, of course, is blackuplan.com. I need your support. I'm growing my foundation. I'm starting from the ground up, meeting with people and literally, going through the ropes, right? But I had some on my mind today, and I want to say black people are not oppressed. We are not oppressed in America. And I say that in all honesty. I know we have been oppressed. We have gone through genocide. We have gone through slavery. We have gone through discrimination. We still are going through discrimination. We're currently being controlled by the media, and we're being taught that we can't do something in America. We're being taught that it's impossible and it's hard to do something in America. They've been telling us how hard it is. And every single thing that we could accomplish is supposed to be hard. I don't know if you notice, I'm just tired of we have a narrative that it's only hard on us, or it's hardest on us, and we can't do it because it's hard, and it just keeps us from even trying. I was a substitute teacher for a short time, and in 7th grade there were kids who had their head down in the morning, first period, just already checking out, not doing this today, Mr. Shaw. I don't, not turning in work, don't care to start the work, barely want to put their name on the paper. And I'm as a motivational thinker, I just couldn't believe it. I'm looking in the eyes of kids saying, what's going on with you? I can't believe that you don't want to, I know school isn't fun every day, but just that perspective, it wasn't just for that day. According to what I knew about the student, his whole mentality was checking out in the 7th grade, ready to just walk out of school as soon as they let him. He doesn't want to be there anymore. He doesn't want to try to do this anymore. He has a lot of mature problems on his plate already to come into school and worry about what's going on in here. And I feel like it kind of leaves us, he feels like there's nothing that can be done for him. There's nothing, it's going to be hard for him. Look where I'm at, look where I start at. I might as well get used to something, get used to not having. And so the more things that he doesn't accomplish, the more things he doesn't do, like finish junior high, finish high school. If he doesn't do them things, it's just going to be more and more things on top of his plate that are going to be real hindrances. But the fact that they have us starting so young with we can't do it and this is all we can do, it's literally creating people, and it's creating a society that's literally waiting for someone to do something for them. And I think that's kind of where we're at now as a society. We have now became a society that's you owe us, right? Now that everyone knows that we've been oppressed, now that everyone sees that Black Lives Matter, now that everyone sees that we can have an impact if we have a movement after George Floyd was murdered. There was a real big movement. Even corporations had to come out and at least make a post about it. And for us to see that was inspiring, because we had never got representation like that from corporations. There could be some in-house things that people would talk about, but most corporations would not publicly side with black people in any sort of way, because they were scared of their bottom line being affected. But apparently that's not really the issue, because if we control the trends, we are the bottom line. And we really control things, because we really do. The people really do control everything. They just tell us what to look at. But we control everything. That's what we always have known, that we do this. We the people. That's why this country knew better than to really have a country with dictators, because the people really are the most important part of this country. But the people in this country aren't activated. The people in this country aren't doing things that's going to make their tomorrows better. We're just actively still worried, sure that nothing's going to happen, sure that it's never going to change, sure that it's a waste of time to try. So for that reason, we're creating generations that aren't actively progressing forward and towards anything. We're just literally sitting in the same place saying, oh, fixing us can't happen. Changing us can't happen. Fixing that community won't happen. So we're not even taking any small bites. They say if you take a bite of the elephant, you're going to eventually finish the elephant. You have to literally keep doing something and we'll get there. So I really hope that we start taking real actions. And that's why, again, Black Up Plan is out here. It's just an idea, but I really believe it's going to take everybody, and it's real actions that we can take. And it doesn't mean that we all have to become some super individuals, some super leaders, get super into the politics of the community or anything. All we need is to have money and have people, all we need is to have money and to have people speaking for us on our behalf who we agree with, finally, who has our best intentions to go speak on our behalf, but we can come out and represent. And that's what I want to do with the Black Up Plan. I want us to like have community again and have things that we want to accomplish together, you know, and really activate them and do them. You know, we don't all have to turn into some activist being super into the community and changing your daily habits and, you know, and yelling in the streets and marching and putting yourself in jeopardy every day. You don't have to do that. All you need to do is do something nice for somebody, respect somebody, and do your part and lay back. You don't have to turn into something awesome or a better man or get too embarrassed to your history, your past to do something good, because you know that everyone around you is just going to say, why are you talking now? You've been a criminal. Why are you talking now? You was a gangbanger last week. You know, why you, like, don't be embarrassed for those reasons. Just keep on going forward and doing something positive. Don't worry about what people feel, because, like, that's what stops us. We get worried about people. We get worried about what isn't going to be allowed, you know, but yet it just stops us from trying. So if we're not trying, of course we're not going to get it. And I just think that we need to start trying. We have to really put, we should all know, if you're watching this, then you probably know that we should be doing something. You probably are ready to do something. You're probably like, what do we do? We're just waiting for the action to take, right? We're waiting for the dispatch to get out there and go do something. Well, I have a website. It's called blackupplan.com. You know, I got my first donation the other day. Thank you so much. I wish I would remember that person's name. It was a couple of days ago. But I'm going to write them an email, thank them again for being literally the first person to donate. And I appreciate it so much, because it's just, for me, it was just a sign that, you know what, you got to start somewhere. And I'm excited about it. I was embarrassed because the site is, you know, just a starting place, you know, but with money, with help, with teamwork, with teams, we can do so many things. And I'm excited and I'm proud of starting from someplace. And I think as Black people, we got to start somewhere, and it starts with us. It can start today, and it don't take a lot of money, and it won't take a lot of action from people. It's literally paying attention now to what you're paying attention to, and focus on things that are positive in our community and making change in our community that's positive. You know, it's not about being a policeman in your community. It's not about becoming someone who's literally like, you know, standing on a soapbox per se, but you can do things like Kwame Brown says, for instance. You can do as much as you can do. You know, you can just walk around and do something nice and buy some towels, hand them to homeless people. Like anything you want to do on a daily basis, and also contribute to the bigger cause. And I think the bigger cause could be an activity like donating to blackupplan.com. And those people and that team that we're going to create is going to be in the streets doing heavy things, talking to politicians, trying to make real changes for communities, speaking on your behalf. But we have to have funding, we have to have money, we have to have the people, we have to have resources, we have to have political power, and we don't have power until we have finances right now. So again, thanks for listening. I don't want to talk too long. It's 8 minutes. I hope it made sense, but I just want to say, I don't believe we are oppressed. I believe that we were oppressed, and we have gone through genocide in America. We have experienced racism. We have a lot of burdens on us per se, but it's tough for me as an American. You know, literally the only thing I can't do probably is literally buy a house on private land, yell fire in the movie theater or bomb in the movie theater. There's a few things I can't do in American, but other than that, we're pretty free. So I hate that we just say that we're oppressed, because how can you get support from anybody if you're immediately coming from a place of, you know, of almost, I don't want to say victim, but if we're victim, then who's the aggressor? So if we're constantly saying victimhood and oppressors, the people we're talking to are looking at each other like, who are you oppressing, bro? And they're just chilling out in their backyard saying, are you oppressing anybody? They're going to say no to themselves. So the conversation's over because we're saying oppression. It's not oppression. It could be biases. It could be racism. It could be a couple of times a white person didn't like you, just like a couple of times a black person didn't like you. We didn't have anywhere to go with that, but turn our backs on that person and say, hey, they don't like me. We didn't say, hey, they were racist because they didn't like me. I know a lot of black people don't like me. I just chalk it up to the game and move on. I don't have a tagline for a black person don't like me, but if a white person didn't like me, I'd probably say he was racist just because it works. So I think we need to be more careful. We can't make allies and get all the involvement, all the help we need if we're not making allies. All we do is go to the table and argue about what the past was like. and what they done to us and all that stuff. When we're alive right now, we can start taking bites of this elephant and making changes. So I really hope that we will come together and start making some changes. The bite of the apple right now, I have $10 as a donation, and that's a bite of the freaking elephant. It's a start, and I'm excited. I believe that these things can really come into fruition. I'm trying to manifest something that's huge for like the world, not just Americans, not just black people, that yeah, this is how you can do it together. Follow this here. Let's do it together. This is how they're doing it. You know, they'll look at black people in America all across the country and say, wow, this is how they did it together. There'll be a real thing that they can point to, instead of what they see now. It's just division, death, destruction, you know, and a lot of dancing. So I just hope that we can like really start taking bites of this elephant and doing things that are really going to help us progress as a people. I'm excited for that. I mean, it feels like it's in the air, man. So I'm excited for it. I love it. You know, and hey, again, I appreciate you for listening and watching. I'm trying to keep this, I was trying to keep it under 10 minutes. Thanks for listening and watching. And, you know, again, like and subscribe. Please leave some feedback. And if you have anything you can contribute to the cause, any suggestions, please email me at ablankmessenger@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, theblackuplan.com. You can leave a comment there or leave a donation, of course. It's greatly appreciated. Once things really start kicking off, just know there's going to be full transparency, not spending a dollar. I don't want the money for anything. I just really need to get an organization created. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you. Thanks for listening. And again,